In pre-production, I used Posters to blog all of my ideas for the documentary. This was useful as I could look back on what I had posted and knew when I should update it. I could also place all my work on here and give myself reminders of what to do next. I used YouTube to analyse different types of documentaries and take note of the type of shots and angles used within them. I did this to get ideas on what shots I would use to make my documentary look realistic and professional. YouTube has a wide range of different documentaries, so I was able to choose a variety. Cam Studio was a good program to use to take small clips out of the YouTube videos and was extremely simple to use. Windows Movie Maker was what I used to make the videos. I used the Cam Studio clips and placed them in Movie Maker whilst I narrated over them or used text explaining different shot types. Movie Maker was simple to use, however, there weren't many effects to choose from and it didn't make the videos look professional. I would have preferred there to be more choice of animation and fonts. Prezi.com was what I used to present the ideas of my documentary to an audience. It was a little tricky to use as I had never used it before, but after getting used to it, it gave some wonderful effects. I thought Prezi.com gave a far more professional finish than Movie Maker. It also had better choices of effects and fonts. I used OnlineChartTool.com to document the audience feedback. I did not like using this as it was fairly difficult to use and didn't give you any help. I had to redo the pie chart several times to end up with what I wanted. Paint was a program I used several times to do screenshots. I also used it to do my storyboard as I wanted to use pictures and make a creative storyboard. Paint was good and helpful for the simple things I wanted to do. It was very useful for planning my work. At the stage of production, I used a video camera to do my shooting. I thought it was going to be difficult to use as I have never shot with one before. However, the camera was fairly easy to use. The only problem I experienced was when I had first filmed. The camera had cut out some of the footage because I had probably stopped and started recording too quickly. However, after using the camera after this problem, I realised that I had to wait a few seconds before telling my actors to speak. I also used a handy mic recorder along with the camera, as it gave better sound. This was an advantage because if the sound on the video camera was bad, the sound on the handy mic could be used instead. The only problem with this was that the recorder couldn't pick up sound from very far away, so I had to discreetly place it in my shots. An SLR was good to use for my ancillary products, especially my double-page spread article. I found them easy to use and they produce professional-looking images. I used Photoshop and Quark for my ancillary products. Photoshop can be a bit difficult to use sometimes as you need to know all of the effects. But after knowing the effects and tools I needed to use, I found it easier. It made my documentary poster look professional and different. It also made my still shots in my documentary look better. Quark was simple and easy to use and made the double-page spread article look professional and realistic. At post-production, I used Premiere to edit my video footage. The simple editing, such as cutting and putting the documentary into smaller clips, was easy to do, but upon wanting to add different effects, I found it very difficult. Audition was good to use, and I could quickly edit the sound for my documentary. I found it very easy to do. I have found using all these technologies enjoyable as I have widened my range of knowledge with editing.